Question number 8. The next question is question number 8. The question is, a literary work that teaches moral lesson is said to be. A literary work that teaches moral lesson is said to be. The question is all about that literary work that inculcates good morals to our children, to the society, and so on and so forth. What do we call such work that teaches good way of living our life? The options, we have option A, instructive, option B, corrective, option C, impressive, option D, didactic. An instructive work is a work that gives instruction. A corrective work is a work that corrects or gives correction. An impressive work is a work that gives impression. Didactic is any literary work that teaches moral lesson. It might be poem, prose, or drama. Any work that teaches moral lesson, we say is didactic. So the right option there, the right answer is D, didactic. You can pronounce the word didactic or didactic. The British way of pronouncing that word is didactic. Didactic. Anything that is didactic, it means that that thing teaches moral lesson. So that is the right answer there. The next question is question number 9. Question is, a mistake committed by the hero which leads to his downfall is known as. A mistake committed by the hero which leads to his downfall is known as. Our options, we have climax, option A, option B, tragic flaw, option C, comic relief, option D, tease. Option A, climax. Climax is the opposite of anticlimax. In climax, what we do is arrange things in ascending order from the least to the highest. You arrange it from the least to the highest. You arrange it in ascending order from the ones that are less important to the most important. Look at this example now. In that fire incident, Chief Emeka lost his car, all his books, and one of his children. In these three items now, which one is the most important among them? Is the child. So I arrange it from the least to the highest. Tragic flaw is anything that leads to the downfall of a hero. Whatever that causes the downfall of a hero is called tragic flaw. It could be hubris. This means pride. It could lead to the downfall of a hero. If you have studied Things Fall Apart, you'll find out that what led to the downfall of Okonkwo is Okonkwo's hubris. So Okonkwo was warned not to lay his hand in killing that child that calls him daddy. The next option is a comic relief. Comic relief means a literary or dramatic device used to relieve tension, lighten the mood, or add humor to an otherwise serious or intense situation. Comic relief means a literary device or dramatic device used to relieve tension, lighten the mood, or add humor to an otherwise serious or intense situation. Normally being used in tragedy. Comic relief might come in different forms, like it could be a humorous character or sidekick. It can be a weighty remark or dialogue, or a satirical or ironic comment. It can also be a physical comedy or slapstick. Next word there is tease. It means using few words and perhaps not friendly or polite. You use few words that are not friendly or polite, we say you are teasing the person. It's tease. The answer is option B. Tragic flaw means a mistake committed by the hero which leads to his downfall, or it is a weakness or fault in a tragic hero that leads to his downfall. Weakness that weakness on the side of the hero that leads to his downfall is what we call tragic flaw. It comes in different ways. It could be as a result of pride. It could be inborn, something in you. The right answer is tragic flaw, option B. This question is question number 10. Question is, the speech made by a character to himself on stage is. The speech made by a character to himself on stage is. Options we have aside, option A, option B, soliloquy, option C, monologue, option D, epilogue. Option A, aside. Aside means a direct remark to the audience. I've explained the meaning of aside before. I said it means a direct remark to the audience. When a character talks to the audience directly, we call it aside. Soliloquy is a situation in which a character is talking to himself while on a stage. A character is directly talking to himself while on a stage. We call it soliloquy. I've explained the meaning of soliloquy here. Monologue or dramatic monologue means the art of talking to oneself without interruption. When you talk to yourself without interruption, remember that actors engage in monologue as to pave way for the next line of action. The dramatic monologue gives a revelation of the author's mind. The difference between soliloquy and monologue is that in soliloquy you are speaking it inside, it's inside you. While in that of monologue, you are speaking it outside, it's outside. Remember that the question is the speech made by a character to himself on stage. So the answer is soliloquy. Character is speaking inside, he's speaking it to himself while on a stage. Next question is question number 11. This one is unseen poem. We are going to read a poem, analyze the poem, and use it to answer questions. The poem is Women as a Clam on the Sea's Crescent. I saw your jealous eyes quench the seas. Fluorescence dance on the fogs incessant. It's a poem of 3 lines. Though it's not only 3 lines, it's a poem they coined from Wole Soyinka's work called Night. This Night is among the poems candidate for WAEC and NECO will study in 2026-2040 syllabus. Wonderful poem, is a nice poem. I will urge all of you to go and study the poem. It will help you also to interpret this question and to answer the question. Read the poem once again. Women as a clan on the sea's crescent. I saw your jealous eyes quench the seas. Fluorescence dance on the fogs incessant. Question is, the above lines suggest that women are, options we have dogmatic, option B we have seers, option C we have magicians, option D we have covetous. We're going to consider the quality of or the future of women based on this poem. What do you mean by being dogmatic? If you are dogmatic, it means that you are insisting that your opinion or belief is right and that others should accept them. Are saying that when you are dogmatic, you are saying that your belief or opinion is right, that others should accept them or it, without paying attention to evidence or to other opinions. Anybody that is dogmatic is not considerate. Sees his opinion as the best, and every other person should follow that his or her opinion. A seer is a person who claims to see into the future and tells people what will happen. Honor the duty of a magician. Covetous means having or showing a strong desire to possess something, especially something that belongs to somebody else. When you have that desire to own something, to possess something that belongs to others, we say you are covetous or greedy. Let us use the elimination method in this answer. Seers and magicians are not part of the auction, so we are not going to consider 2 of them. Let us now consider being dogmatic and being covetous. Which one fit in properly? Each of dogmatic and covetous better defined women in this 3 lines poem. The keyword there, jealousy. The answer is option D, covetous. Question is question number 12. Question number 12 is also a poem. We are going to study the poem. After studying the poem, after reading the poem, we'll answer the question. This poem is from a poem written by John Donne called The Sun Rising. The poem is Busy old fool, unruly son, why dost thou talks through windows and through curtains call on ox? Look at the poem once again. Busy old fool, unruly son, why dost thou talks through windows and through curtains called on ox? Is a poem written by John Donne. Remember that here the sun is being personified, and the sun is disturbing John Donne. The sun is disturbing the persona. The sun, the persona or the writer is not happy with the sun. Maybe early morning sun or what? Every time sun set, it reminds you that you have to wake up, you have to go to work, you have to do this and that. Anytime sun rises, people are not happy because it's a way of reminding them that it's a time to go to work. It's a call for duty. Question is, desert above suggests option A, we have welcome the sun. Option B, we have indictment of the sun. Option C, praises of nature. Option D, invitation to the sun. Which answer is the right one? Look at the tune, look at the mood of the work. Kind of works John Donne used. He said, busy old fool, unruly son. These are the 2 words, old fool and unruly son, which means he's not happy. Why dost thou talks through windows and through curtains? Are you disturbing us? Why are you disturbing me? Windows and curtains call on ox. So option E is not the right answer because the persona there did not welcome the sun. The answer is B, indictment of the sun. The answer is option B, indictment of the sun. Question number 13 is also based on John Donne's Sun Rising. Question is, the figure of speech involved in the lines above is. The question is all about which form of figure of speech used in the line above. In the auctions, we have auction A, epigram, auction B, pun, auction C, simile, auction D, personification. Let's explain the meaning of epigram. Epigram means a short, weighty saying. It often embodies apparent contradiction and some bit of satire. Epigram sometimes embodies apparent contradiction and some bit of satire. Epigram is used often to express ideas in a brief and memorable manner. Epigram to express ideas in a brief and memorable manner. Look at this, it's a good example of epigram. Every poet is a fool, agreed. But not every fool is a poet. Every poet is a fool, agreed. But not every fool is a poet. Auction D, auction B is pun. Pun simply means playing upon words. Pun means a play upon words. It may be used in a way repetitive of a particular word, while its meaning may not be really apparent. It's used for colorful manipulation of words. If you go through Wole Soyinka's Kongi's Harvest, you will understand the use of pun. He made extensive use of pun in his work called Kongi's Harvest. A good example of pun is power and power shall power nobody, but the powerful powers of Elebara. Power and power shall power nobody, but the powerful powers of Elebara. One is from Mother on the Throne, written by DSK. This one there is simile, auction C. In similar is a figure of comparison. We use it to compare two things by the use of like and as. When you compare two things by using as and like is similar. Example of similar is my shoes are as black as charcoal. My shoes are as black as charcoal. Example of similar is Margaret is as gentle as a dove. Remember in similar what we compare are qualities. We don't compare things of the same nature. I cannot say Margaret is as gentle as her mother. It's not similar, it's wrong. But Margaret is as gentle as a dove. What we compare there is their gentleness. The quality of a dove and that quality of Margaret is what we compare there. So it's a good example of similar. The next option is personification. Personification means when you give human qualities to inanimate objects, those things that cannot breathe in and out, when you give them qualities of things that can breathe in and out, we call it personification. You personify them. But that personification is different from apostrophe, though they look alike, but they are not the same. A good example of personification is the trees are waving at us. Look at trees. You give them quality of human beings waving. When you say the trees are waving at us, is a personification. So the right answer there is option D, personification. Don't personify the sun in that his work.